like we're just waiting for a door to be shut. And we will get things underway. It's the only game in the WLA tonight. More games on this weekend. Maple Ridge at Nanaimo, Burnaby at Coquitlam. Both those games are tomorrow. Sunday, New Westminster is in Nanaimo. So if you're on the island and you want to see a lot of lacrosse, 3 games to watch this year alone. Your referees, Greg Pepper and Sean Lehman. Fagan, Hammer Jackson at the drop. Bold to my left, Chiliano to my right. 20 minutes on the score clock, and the first period is underway from the cue. Hammer Jackson wins it, gets an outlet far side. It goes all the way back into the stick of Colton Porter, number 19. He wears 19. Zach wears 32. And here's Mike Mallory, number 2-point getter in the WLA. Mallory to Dan Taylor. Outside shot. That one missed. Yeager couldn't handle the hot rebound. Gillespie with it. Back to Taylor. Taylor cross-handed shot. Bounces in front of Bold. Up into the netting. And it will be a Victoria ball. They'll get their first possession of the night. Here it comes. The captain, Corey Small, leads the WLA in scoring. 18 goals, 29 assists for the Shamrock captain. Here's Triolo. Gets a pick from Dutch, comes near side to Small. Down low, Casey Jackson, who's really started to find his groove for Victoria. That outside shot goes wide. Dutch with the rebound, hit a body in front. And that loose ball is going to be picked up by Garrett McIntosh, and he gets taken down by Jackson. And this will be a penalty to the Victoria Shamrocks unless the Burrards can score 6 on 5. Chiliano to the bench. Ball's on the stick of Marty Dinsdale. Now Mallory, 6 attackers out there for the Burrards. They'll try to get an extra man goal here just a minute and a half in. Outside shot, that one missed. And we'll careen up into the Raptors, and we'll get our first penalty of the game. The Burrards have the 5th best power play unit in the league, converting at 31.5%. They have given up 2 shorthanded goals. The Shamrocks have the 6th worst, or 6th best, however you want to look at it, short man unit at 57.5%, only 1 shorthanded goal. Dinsdale, Taylor, Gillespie, Mallory, and McIntosh out there for the Burrards. Taylor, he shoots, rings it off the post, hit Bolt's back, and he was able to skirt it away from the goal line. But unluckily, as one of his teammates was going to be able to pick it up, and Yeager, nice job picking that pass off. Yeager, got to find an outlet. Airmails one to Triolo, can't handle it. Picked up there by Wardle. Can he get across the timeline in time? No. And nice pressure there from the Burrards, not allowing Victoria to get in the offensive zone. Dinsdale will set things up. Dinsdale, a late off-season pickup by the Burrards. And they really feel that his offensive presence will be a big turning stone for this offense. Taylor, McIntosh, Dinsdale up top. 3 Saskatchewan Rush players setting up this power play unit for the Burrards. Gillespie tried to go diagonal feed to Mallory. That pass was knocked down by the stick of Greg Harnett. And that'll be a shot clock violation. So nice defense early on by the Shamrock short man group. Here's Yeager, watched there by McIntosh. A nice pass to Triolo. Triolo gives it down in the corner to Chris Wardle, who's back into the lineup after missing the last few games with a lower body injury. Wardle still just trying to kill some time. Here comes a slow double team from the Porter brothers. Small airmails it to Chris Wardle and goes over and back. It'll be Maple Ridge ball. Here's Taylor. McIntosh picks his stick up out of the corner with a little help from Sean Lehman, the official. Mallory to Dinsdale to Taylor. Pump fake, back to Dinsdale. A little drag. Skips it across to Taylor. Trying to find a lane. Takes the shot, saved by Bold. Again, Yeager able to pick up that loose ball. Double teamed right in front of his crease. And then Bold's just going to chuck this one. It's going to hit the rafters. So a little bit of miscommunication there by the Shamrocks defense. Yeager was put in a tough spot as he was double teamed, and then the ball bounced to Bold, and he had to get it out of his crease quickly. And in doing so, he rang it off the woodwork up top in the Q center. Back to 5-on-5 as Jackson out of the box. Here's Dinsdale. Inside feed. McIntosh tried to go over the far shoulder of Bold. And Aaron Bold early on looking strong between the pipes, and Garland can't handle the bouncing ball. Dinsdale, pump fake, shoots. That goes over the top of the net. Ball's loose in the crease. They're going to call a violation on Dinsdale for cutting through. Here's Archdeacon to Small. Here's Corey Small, watched by Garrett McIntosh. Gets a pick there from Chris Wardle. Now finds Jackson. Dutch to Small, low corner Wardle. Skips it across. Delayed penalty coming up here to Maple Ridge. And what's the call? It's going to be a holding call. Looks like it's going to be number 44, Tommy Newton, going to the box. He's saying that he was being held. So the Victoria Shamrocks, the number one power play unit in the WLA, will head to the extra man. 46.15% for Victoria, going against the number one short-handed unit for Maple Ridge, who's killed off 71% of the penalties against. Dutch, Triolo, Small, Jackson, Wardle. Outside shot from Small, handled there by Chiliano. Ball's loose. And Chiliano had to be careful not to pick that ball up. Would have been back in. Now he gets it. But still got to get it over the timeline. Long outlet pass to Zach Porter. Late 2-on-1. Porter, Gillespie. Far side, short side, 5-hole. No, they're going to wave it off. Crease call. And it's going to be a Victoria possession. Tough break there for Maple Ridge. And Luke Gillespie, who thought he had one, right on the crease, shorthanded. With a minute 20 remaining, Shamrocks back to the man advantage. Wardle takes a chop, gives to Jackson. Skips it to Dutch, now Small. Dutch, Small, Jackson. Wanted the shot, now Dutch will take it and just missed. And Jackson couldn't handle the rebound, 4 on the shot clock. And Bull's just gonna have to chuck this one down the floor. Another opportunity missed here for Victoria as there's under a minute to go. In the penalty to Tom Newton, we've crossed the 5-minute mark, 0-0. 3-1 shots in favor of Maple Ridge. And that long pass finds the stick of Marty Dinsdale. Ben McIntosh. Slowly watched there by Sheldon Burns, and he'll skip it far side to Taylor. Back to Ben McIntosh. Shamrocks content to play soft here. Now Priolo will come with a slow double. Loses the footsteps of Sheldon Burns. That goes far side to Taylor. Back to McIntosh. Shamrocks got to do a better job of talking here through the double team. Now Bansler will go far side to Gillespie. He bobbled it, able to pick it up though. And he'll flip it to Taylor. 18 on the penalty to Newton. And the Shamrocks call soft, but a nice stick there by Dallas Wade. Shamrocks will have a 3-on-2. Too many men call coming up here to Maple Ridge. And so the Shamrocks will take Aaron Bold to the bench, bring out the 6-on-5 offense as Newton's fresh out of the box. So both teams 0 for 1 with the man advantage, but Shamrocks looking to get another one here. There's Dutch. Diagonal feed. Jackson. He lost the handle, picks it right back up. 3 on the shot clock. Dutch has it. Diagonal feed, and Wardle couldn't handle it. And the Shamrocks will head back to the power play as Maple Ridge called for too many men.
Partnering with the RCMP and CRD, accepting donations towards the Constable Sarah Beckett Memorial Scholarship Fund near the 50-50 tables. Until the July 14th home game, a donation to the
Burrards will have to send a man across the floor to serve the too many men.
28th fan appreciation game.
Head coach Rob Williams saying that's 3 calls already against his team. Or maybe just saying that it's 3 penalties being called already. Tom Newton comes right back to the penalty box. This time it wasn't his fault, but he's going to be the in-home for the Burrards. Same group out there for Victoria. Wardle, Jackson, Small, Dutch, and Triolo.
That minor penalty served by number 44, Tom Newton.
Ball up top with Jackson. He'll shoot. That hit a body in front. Never got on target. Gets his own rebound, though. Down low, Wardle. Small. Pump fake. Gives to Jackson. He'll shoot. Saved there by Chiliano. Big loose ball. Small had it. And now Triolo able to fight through the sticks. Reset to 30. And the Shamrocks will head back to work. Victoria content on taking those long outside shots, and Chiliano so far has just soaked them. Diagonal feed from Dutch to Wardle didn't connect as Big Dave Joyce knocked it down. Nice job by Zach Porter to handle that tough pass, and it's in the stick of Luke Gillespie. Gillespie watched there by Greg Harnett. He loses his footing, ball's loose. Who's going to come up with it? Taylor Northway had it. And nice job by Northway, just a one-handed to center where Ethan Garland will slow things up and give off to Chris Wardle. 55 remaining on the bench minor, served by Tom Newton. Dutch will set it up this time as the Shamrocks will go strong right. Josh Fagan, who's become a newly found power play weapon. He'll shoot. That hit a body and goes up and out of play. Fagan, primarily a defender for the Victoria Shamrocks last year. And head coach Bob Hayes says very much like Tyler Hebner, probably has one of the hardest shots on the team. Dutch, backhand feed. Fagan, little change up. Got Chiliano up in the shoulder, long lead pass, Dan Taylor. And it's going to sail over his head into the netting. It'll be a Victoria ball. Just to finish that shot on Fagan, or the thought on Fagan. He came in a couple weeks ago in that New West game and scored 2 huge power play goals. And the first time we had really seen him on the offensive side of the floor on a consistent basis. Dutch shoots, and he scores. Took a second there for Lehman to make the signal. And welcome back, Reese Dutch. Dutch gets a power play goal. Victoria 1 for 2. And for Dutch, that's his 8th of the season. And this time he goes a hard overhand shot right underneath the right-hand glove of Chiliano, off the pipe and in. And it's 1-0 Victoria as we played 8:08 in the opening period. Hammer Jackson, Fagan. And Jackson thought he had it, and Fagan will get it. And he'll backtrack into his own zone. Small gets the only assist on the Dutch goal. And we're back to 5 aside. Here's Jackson. Small, far side. Cody Nass. Small. Jackson gets a pick from Wardle. Triolo. He'll shoot a bouncer, and it goes in. And Rob Williams is furious, but that looked like it hit underneath the bar and came right back out. Goal light never came on, but there are no goal judges anymore, and Maple Ridge bench is none too pleased. But for Triolo, add another to the list. That's his 8th of the year. Just a hard bouncer that beat Chiliano and went right into the top corner and came right back out. It's 2-0 Victoria. And it looks like Pepper gonna do a little clarification between the two face-off men. Trying to get them to pull straight back.
Casey Jackson and the number 15, Corey Small.
Small and Jackson pick up the assists on Triolo's 8th. Then procedure called
from Jackson
on Hammer Jackson. Possession back to the Shamrocks. Here is Dutch, gives off to Jackson. Small one-on-one with Porter. Swim move, nice defense there from Porter. Return Corey Small back, now Fagan. Thought about it, gets away from Davis. Nice defense from Aaron Davis. Now Small, 10 on the shot clock. Small gets a pick from Jackson. Double team comes, nice big hit there from Barker. And then the shot by Fagan never got on target. It's picked up there by Jeffrey Cornwall, another prize pickup by this Maple Ridge Burrards team in the offseason. McIntosh, low corner, Dinsdale. Watched by Archdeacon. Dinsdale gets a pick there from McIntosh. Skips it near side Mallory, now far side Gillespie. Gillespie watched by McCullough, gets a pick from Johnson, passes to Mallory, 5 on the shot clock. Mallory tries to get to the center of the floor. He does, takes a shot, and it's knocked down by a stick of Taylor Northway. Northway on a break. Can the Burrards get there? Northway shoots. Leg save. Loose ball picked up by Burns. Burns pump fake. Trying to go 5-hole. And there's Chiliano to make another big save to keep it a 2-goal game as we're approaching the 10-minute mark here in the first period. After being up 3-1 in the shots, Victoria has not allowed a shot on net since. It's 7-3 now. Here's Taylor, gets a pick from Tom Johnson, looks for a lane, doesn't have it, tries to go down the backside. Taylor skips it to McIntosh, he can't handle it. And Yeager gonna give chase, ball still loose. And Priolo gonna run onto this one. He couldn't handle it. It'll be shot clock violation on Maple Ridge. And Victoria will once again regain possession. Here's Chris Wardle. Goes behind the net to Triolo. Works his way out front. Gets a pick there from Cody Nass. Comes near side back to Wardle. Wardle turned back there for the check of Colton Porter. Back to Wardle. He shoots and scores! Great shot through traffic and got Chiliano moving post to post as Wardle gets his first goal in a few games. His 6th of the year. And Victoria has a 3-0 lead. As you see Wardle shot again. Stick side right by the glove of Chiliano. And Victoria has a 3-0 lead with 9:14 remaining here in the first. Hammer Jackson and Fagan in the draw again. Hammer Jackson wins it, flips it to himself, finds space, and will wait for fresh bodies out of the bench. Gives off to Luke Gillespie. Gillespie had a bit of a breakout year last year for the Burrards. Inside feed doesn't connect with Dinsdale, but the ball bounces to Mallory off the sideboard. 10 on the shot clock. Mallory, stutter step, gets a pick from Dinsdale, goes there with the pass, shoots and scores. Textbook pick and roll from Mallory and Dinsdale, and the Burrards are on the board. It's 3-1. Dinsdale's first of the year comes off a great feed from Mike Mallory. High pick there from Dinsdale, comes inside, takes the shot, far corner on Bolt, and it's back to a 2-goal game, 3-1, 8:46 remaining here in the first. Thanks for tuning in wherever you're watching, either live on Play Full Screen or on a Tuesday night on Shaw Cable. Bounce pass for Hammer Jackson via the back of his stick, doesn't connect with Johnson. Here comes the Shamrocks.
Time of the scoring play, 11-14. Dinsdale from Mallory.
Dinsdale from Mallory at 11-14. Here's Corey Small. Skips it far side to Dutch. Dutch watched by Jesse Gillespie. Now low corner, Casey Jackson. Thought about a shot, 5 on the shot clock. Jackson airmails Reese Dutch. Loose ball picked up there by Cornwall. Long outlet pass to Colton Porter. Porter, stutter step. Late man is McIntosh. Diagonal feed. Taylor, can he get an angle? He does, takes a shot, and Bold kept the stick on the ground. Loose ball picked up by Archdeacon. And a wise play by Archdeacon not to force it. And he'll leave it for Fagan. Jackson near side, picked up by Garrett McIntosh. 3 lefts, 2 rights for Victoria's Cody Nass. Tried to find Casey Jackson, but he was cutting instead of looking for a pass. And here comes the Burrards. Dave Joyce, long outlet feed to Gillespie, and that pass goes over his head. Loose ball picked up by Yeager. Yeager will give off to Garland that pass, a little bit behind him. No harm, no foul. And here comes Casey Jackson with 20 on the shot clock. Dutch back to Jackson. Late man is Wardle. He has it. Now Cody Nass. Jackson. One-timer from Dutch goes wide. Loose ball is picked up by Newton. He's got to find an outlet. He goes back bench side. And now it finally gets in the stick of Aaron Davis. Now Mallory. Mallory gets a pick from Dinsdale. Goes far side Gillespie. Inside to Dinsdale, whose one-timer just missed. And now here's Garrett McIntosh. Mallory. Mallory gets inside. Tried to go far side, short side. Nice recovery check by Archdeacon. Sends that ball into the netting. And Victoria will get possession with 6:20 remaining in the period, up 3-1. Corey Small. Reese Dutch late man. He'll shoot a long hard shot kicked aside by the left leg of Chiliano. Caudron. Delayed penalty coming up to Victoria, most likely for too many men. Here's Colton Porter. Chiliano to the bench. Taylor has it. Little hidden ball trick. Taylor still has it. Taylor 10 on the shot clock. Gives to Mallory. Down low, Dinsdale, back to Mallory. Taylor doesn't have a lane. Nice defense there by Chris Wardle to push Dan Taylor away from a good shooting angle. But the Burrards will head to their second power play of the night, 0 for 1 so far, as the Shamrocks will be called for too many men. And Cody Nass will come over to serve the bench minor. Ben McIntosh, Mike Mallory, Dan Taylor, Luke Gillespie, and Marty Dinsdale. The 5-man unit for the Burrards power play. Here is Dinsdale. Mallory comes around the top. He'll shoot, try to go 5-hole, saved by Bold. He's got Harnett all the way up the floor. The pass picked up by McIntosh, and he scores. What a play from Ben McIntosh. Steal that ball right out of midair, right out of the stick of Aaron Bold. And he's able to beat his winter teammate with a couple of fakes. And the power play marker makes it a 1-goal game. It's 3-2. As McIntosh gets his 7th of the season unassisted. Both teams 1 for 2 on the power play. And back to the draw we go. Priolo couldn't handle it, neither can McCullough. Hammer Jackson battling for it. The ball's still loose. And what are we going to get here? A holding call. And it looks like it's going to be to Ben McCullough, and he doesn't like the call. So after making a 1-goal game, the Burrards will head right back to the power play. And McCullough does not like the call at all. But arguing never got anybody anywhere. And so the Burrards will go right back to the power play. Trying to improve on their 5th best extra man offense. Same group out there for the Burrards. Dinsdale, little slow drag. McIntosh, diagonal feet, bad angle shot there from Taylor, doesn't get on target. 10 on the shot clock for McIntosh. Mallory, Dinsdale top center. Now Taylor, pump fake, gets inside, takes a shot, shoulder save by Bolt. That'll be a crease violation on Taylor as he picked that rebound right out of the crease. Long outlet pass to Triolo on target. 1.5 minutes remaining on the penalty to McCullough. Rob Dalzell, the offensive coach of the Burrards, asking how many crease calls are they going to get tonight. Double swim move from Triolo, backing his check in. And then he'll just run to open space and get a round of applause from the crowd here at the Q Center. Triolo to Small. Diagonally across the floor to Dallas Wade. He's watched there by Zach Porter. Now Colton joins him. Small bounces to Triolo. Nice job by the Shamrocks. Keep this ball hot. The 6'8 Triolo up against the 5'7 Porter brothers. And this is Zach Porter. And he'll bounce it to Ben McIntosh. Nice pressure there by both Dallas Wade and Greg Harnett. Wade gets past 2 checks, but not the second one of Ben McIntosh. And behind the play, John Harnett and Owen Barker cross paths. And I don't know if Lehman's taking them both or just Barker. And it looks like it's just going to be Barker who's going to go for 2 for the rough, as that was well behind the play. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 23 seconds. A lot of floor out there for both offenses. Now Jackson. The message from head coach Rob Williams to his defense, talk, talk, talk. Here's Small. Triolo shoots, saved there by Chiliano, who was down early on his knees. Triolo to Dutch. McCullough's out in 5. So the Shamrocks will wait, let the power play sort itself out. And there goes McCullough. Onto the floor will come Fagan. And the Shamrocks will have 1.5 minutes for the extra man. Here's Dutch. Fagan tried to go far side. Rebound Triolo when he put it over top. Ball's loose. Picked up there by Garrett McIntosh. He's going to run out the floor. McIntosh gets by Small. McIntosh, pump fake, scores! The 6th short-handed goal scored by the Maple Ridge Burrards this year. And Garrett McIntosh's first of the year, unassisted, will tie things up at 3. Just great speed from Garrett McIntosh to outleg Corey Small. Got away from the check and then put it again. Just where his brother Ben put his goal. Back far side over the right shoulder of Bold. And we're back to square. There's Zach Porter. The Jeff Cornwall trying to go 5-hole. Bold makes the save. Loose ball picked up by John Harnett. Gives to brother Greg. And he'll come near side to Chris Wardle. 2.5 to play. At the intermission, we'll stay with it here inside the Q Center as the Shamrocks will retire the number 5 of Ranjit Dillon. Here's Small. Shoots, scores! Wow! An absolute laser from the captain, Corey Small. And just like that, Victoria restores the lead on the power play as Small gets his league-leading 19th of the year and just rang it right off the junction past Chiliano. And it's 4-3. Fagan and Hammer Jackson. Fagan wins it, but he'll bat it all the way down to Chiliano. Chiliano going to need to find an outlet. Has it in Dan Taylor.
Assist number 21, Casey Jackson.
Jackson
Number 10, Reese
and Dutch pick up assists. Outside shot by Gillespie goes wide. Interference called on Maple Ridge. It'll be Victoria ball. Ball will start with Wardle at center. Under 2 minutes to play here. Small. He'll shoot, try to go 5-hole again. Chiliano down low, early, and quickly. And he's able to swallow that one up from Corey Small. And a delayed penalty coming up to Garland. As Mallory might have sold that one a bit. Garland did get him up around the head, but a little embellishment from Mike Mallory sold Sean Lehman. So Chiliano to the bench. Another 6-on-5 opportunity here for Maple Ridge. McIntosh tried to go low, saved by Bold, and the Burrards will head right back to the power play. 1 for 3 so far on the evening. The usual 5 out there for Maple Ridge. See if they can't get one to tie this back up before the end of the period. Mallory comes around a pick from Dinsdale. Skips it far side. Inside Dinsdale, one-timer, just missed. And Harnett tried to be tricky with it and grab it by one hand. Reset. No, they didn't give him a reset. That one goes off of Bold and out of play. Now they'll reset the 30. Gillespie has it in the far corner. Final minute of play here in the period. Dinsdale, backhand feed. Mallory in tight, takes a couple chops, loses possession. Picked up there by Greg Harnett. Finds Yeager. Yeager had Triolo flashing through the middle. Chooses the wiser option just to hold on to it. And the Shamrocks will look to kill the rest of this period and head to the break with a 1-goal lead, maybe even a 2-goal lead. Here's Casey Jackson. Watched there by Porter. Little backhand feed. Double hops, past Triolo right to Dutch, but then Triolo picks up the loose ball. Triolo shoots and airmails it over top. Loose ball picked up by Small. Twister short side, just missed. And then a long outlet feed to Zach Porter. Can Triolo catch him? Zach Porter one-on-one. Porter shoots, bounced it 5-hole. And a great save by Aaron Bolt. And will Victoria be able to get one more before the period ends? They won't. And the Shamrocks will head to the break with a 1-goal lead. It's 4-3. Fast-paced, great period between these two clubs. Shots after the first, it's 13-13 between these two clubs. The Victoria Shamrocks got goals from Reese Dutch, Mike Triolo, Corey Small, and Chris Wardle, while the Burrards replied with goals from Garrett McIntosh, Ben McIntosh, and Matthew Dinsdale. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the ceremony to honor the number 5 of Ranjit Dillon. You're listening to live WLA Lacrosse on Play Full Screen and Shock. For second period action live here from the Q Center, with Victoria up 4-3 heading into the second. Reese Dutch on the power play from Corey Small. Got things started at 8:08, and then Mike Triolo scored 30 seconds later to give Victoria a 3-0 lead. Assists to Casey Jackson and Corey Small. Then Chris Wardle got his first of the night 2 minutes later as Victoria raced out to a 3-0 lead. And then I always call him Marty Dinsdale. Matthew Dinsdale. We'll stick with Marty Dinsdale, Ben McIntosh, and Garrett McIntosh scored 3 straight goals in the span of 6.5 minutes as Maple Ridge was able to tie it at 3, only to see Corey Small score a power play goal with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining to give Victoria a 4-3 lead at the break. Shots are 13-13, and the Burrards will start with a 35-second man advantage. Tyler Hammer Jackson wins the draw to Colton Porter, and here comes the Burrards power play. Dan Taylor to Mike Mallory. Late man is Marty Dinsdale. Dinsdale and Taylor play 1-2. Back to Dinsdale. Here comes the motion. McIntosh, Dinsdale shoots, that one missed. Rebound picked up by Yeager. 3-on-2, Yeager to Small, to Priolo. Pump fake, trying to go 5-hole. Nice stick save there by Frankie Chiliano. Long lead pass, bowled out of his net. Makes a hit there on Taylor. Ball's loose and he scores. Nice idea from Bold, but if you're going to come out that far, you can't allow the guy to get a shot off. And Taylor absorbed the impact from Bold, kept his feet moving, and was able to get around Bold and put it in the empty net. And just as the penalty had expired, things are tied up 4-4. As Dan Taylor will get his first of the night. And we're tied up at 4. Procedure called on Hammer Jackson. And so the Shamrocks will go right back to work here. Here's Corey Small. Inside feed to Jackson, but he was looking the wrong way. And then Chiliano out of his net. Triolo battling for it, and it's picked up there by Jackson. Ball goes loose, and it's finally safely into the stick of Chiliano. Jake Gillespie finds Adam Dixon off the bench. Now Luke Gillespie. Gillespie, that hit a body on the way to the net.
40 seconds. Taylor from McIntosh at 40 seconds.
Taylor from Garrett McIntosh at 40 seconds ties things up. Here's Mallory. Long shot off the bar and straight down. What a rip from Mallory as he beat Bold but not the crossbar. Here's Breber. Breber will leave for Josh Fagan. Throws it behind the net, Wardle. Small, pump fake, goes around Reese Dutch, takes a shot, hit a body and went out of play. And this will be Victoria ball. Not sure who that shot went off of Small, but it was definitely a Maple Ridge defender. Now here's Reese Dutch. Inside feed, Small. Bobbled it, loose ball. Who's gonna come up with it? It's gonna be Tommy Newton. Newton will float it to Zach Porter. And he goes bench side Mallory, now Dinsdale. Dinsdale one-on-one with Archdeacon. Tries to get around top. He does successfully, but a moving pick called on McIntosh. Now Priolo quickly outlets the Wardle, but the pass was behind him. And the ball skirts around the end boards right to Sheldon Burns, who was wisely following up on the play. Now here's Triolo. Jaeger's going to stay and play a shift to Dutch. Triolo, tuck and go, try to get around Cornwall, stutter step, takes a shot, bouncer, scores! There was not a lot of room there for Triolo. And I'm not really sure how that one got past Chiliano. A short side bouncer that had eyes as Triolo wheeled around a pick, and there you see it. Chiliano down early, but in the process of going down, that bouncer got between the knee pad and the glove, and the Shamrocks restore the lead. It's 5-4. Hammer Jackson wins the draw to himself. He was going to shoot it, try to go 5-hole, and Bold makes the save. Ball loose in the corner. Aaron Davis battling. Fagan picks up the loose ball. And this will be a delayed penalty to Davis as Fagan runs to space. Bold to the bench, 6-on-5 here for Victoria. Small's just going to slow things up, let the offense get to work. Wardle far corner. Jackson, Dutch, Jackson, inside feed, Triolo, pump fake. And Chiliano, equal to the task, makes the save. And the Shamrocks will head to the man advantage.
Be sure to visit titaniumtents.com for all your party needs.
2 for 3 on the night.
Country Grocer gift card on your game day program. You see a Canadian leaf stamp on page 36.
And so
Your lucky winner, that's page 36.
Aaron Davis will sit for 2 or less. Jackson and Wardle talking about things on the far side. Here's Dutch. Triolo. Back to Reese Dutch.
Maple Ridge penalty number 47, Aaron Davis. 2 minutes for holding.
Jackson. Pass jumped off the top of his stick. Loose ball picked up by Wardle. 13 on the shot clock. Small. Pump fake. Shoots. Chiliano was down. That goes off his leg pad and out. Reset the 30. Minute 38 remaining on the penalty to Aaron Davis. Triolo low corner. Gives to Dutch. Small. Twister. That hit a body on the way to the net. Reese Dutch picks up the loose ball. Jackson, that pass is picked off by Porter. And Porter's going to go for a run. Delayed penalty coming up to Victoria. This one's going to be a 2-man call. And so Ben McIntosh is going to try to kill off some time on the Davis penalty. McIntosh floats it to Dinsdale. Here's Taylor. Taylor skips it to Dinsdale. 44 remaining on the penalty. Dinsdale keeps his feet moving. Watched there by John Harnett. Now picked up by Archdeacon. And the pass to Mallory goes off his stick, and that'll be a back over violation. So the Shamrocks will send a man into the box. There goes their opportunity on the power play. And across the floor will come Cody Nass. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 34 seconds. And then the Burrards will have a shortened power play. Another great crowd here inside the Q Center for Alumni Night.
Shamrocks penalty at 4:46. 2 minutes for too many men on the floor. Serve by number 27.
4-on-4 lacrosse we play. There's Dinsdale. That pass to Taylor doesn't connect. Ball's loose. Picked up by Bold. He'll outlet near side Priolo. Shamrocks don't have to take a shot here. So if they want, they can just hold on to this ball. Davis will be set free, and then they'll have time to kill. It's in the stick of Casey Jackson, one-on-one with Zach Porter. And now Davis is out, and the Shamrocks are shorthanded. Jackson gets away from Porter, and then bounced it to Small near center. 1:15 to kill for Victoria. Triolo has it near the timeline. Watch there by Owen Barker. Triolo bobbles it for a bit, now goes behind the net, and then he'll bounce it near center to Casey Jackson. Under a minute to go on the penalty to Cody Nass, the delayed bench minor. Now Dutch. Zach Porter comes on a slow double. Dutch, watched there by Aaron Davis. Runs into the double team from Porter. Swim move, gets away from trouble, keeps his feet moving. They tried to bounce it to Small, and it's picked up there by Colton Porter. Here's Owen Barker. 28 remaining on the power play. Little hidden ball trick. Johnson doesn't have it. Dinsdale behind the back feed. Shot there from Mallory. Hit Yeager on the way to the net. Diagonal feed. Nice job by Yeager to knock that one down as Taylor tried to find Mallory. Flip pass. Outside shot from Ben McIntosh. Doesn't get on target. That'll be a shot clock violation, and Victoria will be able to get out of here without giving up a power play goal. As Cody Nass will step onto the floor. We're back to 5 aside. 5-4 is your score. Victoria leading, 13-10 remaining in the second period. Shot 17-16 in favor of the Shamrocks. Nass, Small. Jackson through the middle, shoots right into the belly pad of Shiliano. A nice pick and roll there, and a great pass from Shiliano to Cornwall. Cornwall goes bench side Mallory, now Dinsdale. Great slip pick from Mallory, shoots, scores. Oh, they're gonna wave it off, crease violation. What a slip pick from Mallory, got right through the middle. Took the pass and it was called for crease. Now here's McCullough, shoots and scores! And the Burrards bench hates it. And McCullough's gonna pick up a penalty afterwards. But the no goal at one end. And then McCullough scores in transition and then got right in the face of Colton Porter. And so this is going to give the Burrards a power play after the goal, I believe. There's Dinsdale, Taylor. Dinsdale shoots, that one missed wide. Reset the 30, Taylor.
Shamrocks goal scored by number 20, Ben McCullough.
They do credit the goal to McCullough.
Number 77, Aaron Bold.
His first of the year. Give Boldy an assist.
McCullough from Bold at 7:28.
Mallory, low to low. That hit John Harnett en route to the net. That one stung.
Number 20, Ben McCullough. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike.
McCullough gets an unsportsmanlike call. Mallory, Dinsdale, overhand twister. Saved by Bold. Pick up there by Triolo. He's stripped nicely there from Taylor. Reset the 30. Dinsdale. A minute remaining on the penalty to McCullough. Mallory gets a pick from Dinsdale. Thought about the shot. Gives to Taylor. Diagonal feed picked off nicely by Yeager. Has Priolo ahead of him. Priolo couldn't handle it. And the Shamrocks have slow numbers. Small, that pass goes over his head. And with 45 remaining, here comes the Burrards power play. Slow 2-on-1. Tommy Johnson couldn't handle the pass from McIntosh. And nice job on the pursuit from Priolo to dislodge Johnson from the ball. And here's Sheldon Burns across center. 30 seconds remaining on the penalty to McCullough. Triolo. Burrards, no real pressure here on Triolo as there's just 15 seconds remaining on McCullough's minor. Triolo just playing cat and mouse with Owen Barker. And McCullough is out. We're back to 5-on-5. The Shamrocks kill off another one. One for 5 are the Burrards with the man advantage. Here's Corey Small. Inside feed, doesn't connect, ball's loose. And then a hit there from Breber. And this one's going to be an interference penalty. And the Burrards will head right back to the power play. As both Barker and Cornwall were prone, reaching for that loose ball.
Chevrolet, supporting youth lacrosse and selling Chevrolets. That's what they
So
do.
Victoria just killed off one penalty, and they're going to have to kill off another one. Here comes the Burrards power play. Dinsdale gets a pick from Mallory, comes back near side. McIntosh takes a shot, left shoulder save from Bold. He's got to find an outlet, little backhander towards center. Priolo had it for a brief second. And a too many men call from the Shamrocks bench. Neither official wary to it. And here come the Burrards, little hidden ball trick. Dinsdale has it, comes near side Taylor. Mallory, Taylor. Shot saved by Bold, loose ball picked up by John Harnett. And he's again dislodged there by a check. And then the pass picked off by Greg Harnett. Greg Harnett runs right into Garrett McIntosh, gives off to Priolo. Skips it far side, Wardle. 1:05 remaining on the interference minor to Breber. Wardle runs to space. Watch there by Colton Porter. Wardle turned back as Chiliano was threatening to come out of his cage, so that left Reese Dutch open. And then Dutch goes to Jackson with 40 remaining on the penalty. Jackson is going to bounce it to Triolo, who makes a nice one-handed pickup. And Triolo, watched closely by Newton and Zach Porter, gets away from both. Triolo. And he'll give off to Dutch, who goes skips it to Wardle, and the fans here inside the queue give him a big round of applause. Triolo gets a break, on comes Small. Wardle has it just inside the timeline, and the Burrards will play soft. And onto the floor comes Breber, back to 5 aside. Shamrocks kill off another one. Breber will go for a fresh body, and Josh Fagan. 8 minutes to play here in the second. Small takes a shot. Bouncer got off, looked like it went off the right arm of Chiliano, but went into the netting. It'll be Maple Ridge possession. Colton Porter. Watched there by Wardle. And then just a lazy penalty by Wardle. He tried to go over the top, but he got him right in the shoulder and dragged him down. And so the Burrards will get another chance for the man advantage, as Aaron Bold will go and get a drink of water. A reminder, tomorrow night in Nanaimo, Maple Ridge will take on the Timmerman. 6 o'clock face-off at Frank Crane, as the Burrards will try and do the Island double. And at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Burnaby takes on Coquitlam at the Palace on Poirier. And then Sunday, another home game for the Timmerman as the Bellies make their way across the water. Back to the power play go the Burrards. Taylor, Dinsdale, back to Taylor. Inside feed, McIntosh takes the shot, saved by Bold, ball's loose. And it's going to be picked up there by Priolo. Gives off to Yeager. Small's out the front door, no numbers for Victoria. And a nice job by the ever-reliable Matt Yeager not to force it. And he gives off to Cody Nass. Minute and a half remaining. Nass tries to split the double team, loses possession. Keeps his feet moving, trying to pick up a loose ball, and Reese Dutch almost had it. And then it's picked up by Nass. Now Reese Dutch does. Double team to the far side, takes a stick up high, no call by the official. Ball's loose, and it's going to be picked up by Small. Small will throw it to Dutch, ball bounces off the glass, and it'll go right to Chiliano. Dutch unhappy with the stick that he took up near the face. Here's Jeff Cornwall. Taylor, 45 remaining on the minor to the Shamrocks. Mallory looking for a lane, doesn't have it, gives to McIntosh, now near side Taylor. Dinsdale to Taylor, shoots, scores! What an overhand rip from Dan Taylor on the power play. And that shot from Taylor makes it a 1-goal lead as he gets his second of the night. And a nice seal pick there from Ben McIntosh, and Taylor goes over the right shoulder of Aaron Bold to make it a 1-goal game with 6:25 remaining here in the period. Fagan and Hammer Jackson. Fagan wins this one. And a penalty coming up here to Jackson. He grabbed a hold of Fagan's jersey, and it's just been a sloppy game for penalties here tonight. Just a lot of unnecessary plays by some guys. That penalty by Hammer Jackson, the previous one by Wardle. Backhand feed, Jackson shoots, that one goes wide. And Hammer Jackson will make his way to the penalty bench. Shamrocks will get their 5th opportunity with the Maple Ridge Burrards.
And Ryan Trauman, who is 11. I'd like to welcome Georgia Carrion visiting us from New Zealand. Welcome to Victoria. Happy birthday to Don McDonald tonight. I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Hudson Jenner, son of Shamrocks alumni, Fred Jenner, and nephew of Teddy Jenner. A very happy 11th birthday.
Here go the Shamrocks back onto the power play. Wardle, Jackson, Small, Dutch, Triolo. Here is Dutch to Jackson. Tuck and go. Dispossessed nicely by the stick of David Joyce. And Jackson's had a bit of a struggle here tonight. Just not really able to find any room to get that shot off. Davis got to hurry over the timeline. Finally gets it to McIntosh. Here comes the double. Northway and Burns. Pass goes to Dinsdale, far side. He's watched there by Breber. That'll be an over and back call on Maple Ridge. And Wardle will come across the floor to pick it up. Minute 20 remaining on the penalty to Hammer Jackson. 5:20 left in the period. Small, Dutch, Fagan, and Triolo and Wardle. Strong right this time for Victoria. Dutch, Small, back to Dutch. He'll shoot. That one goes over top of the net. Loose ball picked up by Wardle. 13 on the shot clock. Wardle to Small, to Dutch, to Wardle, one-timer, and he just missed. This is going to be dangerous as Jeff Cornwall's on a break. Cornwall has Mallory off the bench. Cornwall to Mallory, and he's out a bad angle. Doesn't get a shot off. Nice job by McCullough to ride him into the boards. Ball's loose. Going to be picked up there by Yeager nicely in his own crease. And here comes Dallas Wade as the Shamrocks have 35 remaining on the man advantage.
Son of former Shamrocks player Tyson Linus. And a welcome to his girlfriend visiting from Atlanta, Georgia, Jennifer.
Here's Reese Dutch. Some last minute advice to Corey Small. 10 on the shot clock. Dutch. Small double seal for Dutch. Pump fake shoot. Trying to go twister 5-hole. Picks up his own rebound and he gets dumped by Joyce. And the shot goes up and out of play. As Dutch gives an extra shot to Dave Joyce and a few extra words to Pepper as he makes his way off the floor. And Chiliano has some words for the Shamrock bench. Hammer Jackson is out of the box. We're back to 5 aside. 4 minutes to play here in the second. An entertaining game from the Q Center. We had 2 entertaining games on Wednesday and Thursday between the Thunder and the Bellies. Hammer Jackson. Loose ball, and it's going to fall right to Aaron Bold. He quickly outlets near side at Taylor Northway. Wednesday, New West beat Langley 8-7 in Langley. That shot by Jackson, again handled by Chiliano. And then last night, the rematch in New West. Langley picked up their first win of the year with an 8-6 win on the Bellies' home floor. We've had 2 overtime dandies and a bunch of 1-goal games as this is the tightest we've seen the middle of the pack in the WLA. Priolo flips it to Breber. He's got Greg Harnett with him. Late man is Corey Small. Small gets it now, gets around a check. Pump fake, twister, trying to go 5-hole, and Chiliano held his ground. That's a big save by the Maple Ridge goaltender. As Corey Small had a head of steam off the bench, came across the front of the cage, but Chiliano standing tall. That pass doesn't connect to Cornwall. And Yeager trying to find the handle, finally does. And he'll flip it to Dallas Wade. Now he finds Priolo at center. Oh, and then Nass can't handle the pass. That's just another unforced error. Here go the Burrards. Jake Gillespie. It's a Colton Porter, and the ball bounces into the corner boards and right to Taylor Northway. Late numbers. Burns. Harnett. Burns. Shoots. That hit Porter on the way to the net. Now Codron's going to try to run onto it. And out of the back door comes Greg Harnett. Greg Harnett to Small. He shoots. That one goes wide. And John Harnett can't get a stick on it. It's going to go all the way to Aaron Bold. And he'll throw it the length of the floor as the shot clock expires with 1:44 remaining in the period. Here comes Owen Barker. Barker gets across center. Gets a pick there from Tom Johnson. Tried to flip it back to Johnson, hit the helmet of Dallas Wade. Ball's loose. Barker still battling against Wade. Finally picks up the hot potato. Gives off to Dinsdale. 8 on the shot clock. Dinsdale watched there by Greg Harnett. Dinsdale works his way inside, takes the shot. That one's handled by Bold, but Victoria can't get the rebound. And McCullough just takes a slash at it. And Dallas Wade will run onto it. 2-on-1. Wade and Small. Now a 3-on-1. And the pass from Small to Wade got picked off by Zach Porter. Now it's a 3-on-1, 3-on-2. And the pass from Porter to Garrett McIntosh sails high. And a little bit of sloppy play here in the final couple of minutes. Here comes Breber. Breber. Watch the seal, the message from Burrards coach. Sato, Rob Williams, an inside feed from Dutch to Triolo, left unmarked. And Triolo is able to get his third of the game, restore the 2-goal lead at 7-5 Victoria. As Triolo just slipped inside the zone of the defense, and the communication from Porter and Barker wasn't good enough. And Triolo left all alone. And he double clutches and goes far side over the shoulder of Chiliano. Hammer Jackson and Fagan.
Shamrocks goal, that's his third.
Fagan wins it. Picks up his own rebound, mind you. And the Shamrocks will call a timeout. And they'll be able to hold for the last shot here in the period.
Time of the scoring play, 9:24.
See what former Shamrocks captain Mike Simpson can draw up for his offense.
And Breber, 9:24.
And Rob Williams will draw up his defense as Bold and Chiliano touch gloves.
Still got a chance to pick up that Shamrocks game jersey.
Bold will start on the bench.
Jesse King, Reese Dutch, Corey Small, Greg and John Harnett, and Steve Friola. All proceeds.
And Victoria will go 6-on-5 and a chance to make it
we'll make the draw in the third period.
a 3-goal lead.
Stop by next to the 50-50 table. Sport a great cause.
Shots are even unofficially 23-23. Jackson, Wardle, Small, Triolo, Fagan, Dutch for Victoria. Codron, Davis, Zach Porter, Jeff Cornwall, and Big Dave Joyce, along with Chiliano out there for the Burrards. Triolo will just hold on to this one for about 20 seconds before going anywhere near the cage. Okay, save for a pass to Corey Small. And let's see what Victoria can do with the final possession here of the period. Ten seconds. Here comes the motion slowly. Down low to Wardle, behind the net Jackson. Near side Fagan, around the horn, Dutch. He'll shoot, just missed. And that's gonna do it. Not sure if that's what they drew up or not, but they got a shot off, but it didn't hit the target. And the Shamrocks will head to the break with a 2-goal lead. Victoria had a 4-3 lead
Shamrocks 23.
Going into the period,
20.
before Dan Taylor got on the board 40 seconds in. Then Triolo and McCullough scored to make it 6-5 for Victoria. Only to have Ben McIntosh score another goal. And then Victoria would get one late to take it to 7-5. Shots 23-23 after 40 minutes. We'll be back with third period action live here on Play Full Screen in Shaw Cable. Third period action from the Q Center live on Play Full Screen and on Shaw Cable. And what are they going to call? Trapping on Hammer Jackson, and it'll be a Victoria possession. John Harnett leaves for Corey Small. Late man is Casey Jackson. Dutch lost his footing, gets back up. Cody Nass. Small. Down low in the corner, Chris Wardle. Back up top to Reese Dutch. Gets a pick from Nass. Diagonal feed to Wardle, and that was just out of the reach of his hands. Here comes Garrett McIntosh up the floor. He had a shorthanded marker in the first period, and he'll give it off to Marty Dinsdale. Dinsdale walks there by by John Harnett. Skips it across Dan Taylor. Taylor takes the shot right in the belly pad of Aaron Bold. Easy save for the Shamrocks netminder. And he'll outlet to John Harnett, who finds Wardle at center. Wardle, watched by Caudron. Gets a pick from Jackson. Skips it to Dutch. Thought about a shot, comes right back to Wardle. Now Jackson on an isolation if they want it. He'll shoot low to high. And Chiliano was down and wore that one high off the crest. And here comes Aaron Davis. He'll leave it for Ben McIntosh. McIntosh gets a pick from Hammer Jackson, skips it to Luke Gillespie. Comes back near side Mallory. Trying to find someone to pass it to. 8 on the shot clock. Hammer Jackson to Dan Taylor. Taylor shoots a bouncer. That one missed. And it's going to bounce up and out of play. Victoria ball. As we've almost played 2 minutes here in the second period. Score still 7-5. Here comes the captain, Corey Small. Small gets underneath, and then gets a seal pick from Wardle. Skips it to Cody Nass. He shoots, save there. Rebound picked up by Triolo. Fagan fires it off the left leg of Chiliano. Ball's going to skip loose. Newton can't handle it. And Corey Small does reset the 30. Here's Wardle. Wardle to Fagan. He shoots. That one got through the legs of Chiliano. But the English skipped it away from the back of the netting. And it's picked up there by Porter. Now Owen Barker. Barker slow to center. Comes near side. Marty Dinsdale. Out there with Adam Dixon. Gets a pick. And then comes near side to Ben McIntosh laid off the bench. McIntosh with a hard shot. Bounces to Sheldon Burns, and it skipped underneath his stick, or he would have been gone on a breakaway. But Chiliano's just going to have to throw this one deep, and that'll be a shot clock violation on Maple Ridge. A very tight defensive game here between these two clubs. Thought we'd see a little bit more offense, but both defenses playing very stout. Dutch, near side, Casey Jackson, one-on-one with the captain, Tyler Caudron. He shoots, that one goes right over top of the head of Chiliano. And it'll bounce into the Shamrock bench and out of play. Two balls on the floor for Mike Mallory, so he'll leave one for Pepper and give off to Ben McIntosh, watched by Greg Harnett. McIntosh, one-on-one. Skips it far side. Taylor gets a pick from Gillespie. Taylor to Gillespie, takes a bit of a shot up high. No call by the officials. Loose ball picked up by Breber. Breber wheels away from Luke Gillespie. Tries to find an outlet. Breber still keeps his feet moving, takes a bump there from McIntosh, and it'll give off to Wardle with 15 on the shot clock. Wardle with speed, pushed off the ball by Garrett McIntosh. Dutch, stutter step, loses footing, slides right through the crease. Chiliano quickly outlets to Garrett McIntosh.
Game-worn jersey. The Shamrocks alumni, it's a blue ticket. Here it is, 9-3-8-8-7-4-5.
Dinsdale.
Congratulations. Head to the 50-50 tables. 9-3-8-8-7-4-5.
Dinsdale gets a pick there from Mallory. Finds Taylor late off the bench. Pushed back there by Northway. Takes the shot. That bouncer just missed. That looked like it hit the netting. No call by either official. 5 on the shot clock. Mallory can't handle it. And then he thought about going for the dunk shot, but referee blows play dead for the shot clock violation. Here comes Victoria. Casey Jackson. One-on-one with Zach Porter. Now Josh Fagan, far side watched by Jake Gillespie. Chris Wardle gets a pick. Wardle right down the pipe. Chris Wardle tried to bounce between the 5-hole as he was in all alone. Nice job by Wardle to get around that corner down the pipe, and Chiliano equal to the task. And that's a big save to keep it a 2-goal game at 7-5. Ben McIntosh to Luke Gillespie, inside feed to Dixon. He can't handle the pass. Ball still loose, and will be picked up by McCullough. McCullough with it. Back pedals away from pressure, gives off to Sheldon Burns. Barker working over Reese Dutch on the far side. Here comes Corey Small, one-on-one with Colton Porter. Small through a screen, hit a body, and it trickled in. The shot was going to go wide from Small. It hit Tom Newton on the way to the net. And Chiliano at his feet in cement and was unable to react to it. And it trickled through the line. It hit Newton in the leg, and Chiliano couldn't really do much to stop that one. As it's now a 3-goal lead as Corey Small gets his second of the night. And that's a tough one for the Burrards. Back to the dot, Hammer, Jackson, and Fagan. Bodies battling, ball still loose. And it'll be picked up there by Colton Porter. As he looks for help off the bench, he gives it to Dinsdale.
Corey Small. The assist on play number 42,
McIntosh.
And number 20, Ben McCullough.
And there's a goal from the Burrards. Luke Gillespie gets a quick one back.
And McCullough at 5:40.
And it's 8-6. Burns and McCullough picked up assists on Corey Small's goal. And here's a good look at the Gillespie goal. Just not picked up off the bench, and he fires one off the short far side post and past Bolt. As Luke Gillespie gets his 5th of the year. And the 30-second shot clock hadn't started running.
By number 4, Luke Gillespie. The assist on play number 9, Ben McIntosh. And the number 17, Matthew Dinsdale.
McIntosh and Dinsdale pick up assists on Gillespie's goal.
Gillespie from McIntosh.
And here come the Shamrocks after they had to stop play to give the proper 30 count. Dutch. Small gets a pick from Jackson. Small shoots, just missed short side. Nice one-handed grab. Dutch, 5 on the shot clock. Gonna have to shoot. He does off his back foot. Left arm save there from Chiliano. And he paired it right to Garrett McIntosh. Here's Ben McIntosh. Low corner, Dinsdale. Skips it to Tommy Johnson. Inside feed, McIntosh off the bar. And that one goes up in the rafters. Stay here with the Burrards.
I want to recognize Shamrocks alumni Ivan Thompson up in the Jenner Chevrolet alumni section tonight. Played 7 years for the Shamrocks, won the
Dinsdale.
1979 Man Cup in the Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Fame, Ivan Thompson.
Ben McIntosh. McIntosh shoots over a screen, hit Aaron Bold right in the belly pad. He'll take a whistle, and now Priolo has it. McIntosh having words with referee Lehman as he goes off the floor. Now here comes Casey Jackson. Just 2 assists on the night for Jackson. He was on a bit of a hot streak coming into the game. 10 on the shot clock. Jackson to Nass. Triolo slips through the middle. Fagan has it. Got to get a shot off. He does. And he bounced it right into the stick of Chiliano.
Check to see if you're a winner in
Joyce.
Tonight. Look for the Canadian
To Mallory.
Page 44. Page 44.
Mallory's been held in check nicely by the Shamrock defense. He takes a shot just as I say that. Bounce it underneath the left glove of Aaron Bold. And Bold slow to react to that one, and it's a 1-goal game as Mallory gets his first of the evening. It's not a quick enough switch there by Garland. And Mallory puts it to the far side of Bold. And with 12:04 remaining, it's a 1-goal game, 8-7. Shots, 31-28, Victoria.
Goal scored by number 8, Mike Mallory.
Chiliano.
Assist now played at number 6, David Joyce.
Balloons it to Zach Porter.
Play 7:56. Mallory from Joyce, 7:56.
Mallory from Joyce makes it a 1-goal game. Here's Dinsdale. Dinsdale directing traffic. Gets past John Harnett, gives off to Gillespie. Gillespie double teamed in the corner. 5 on the shot clock, tries to find a man far side, it's McIntosh. And he gets a shot just on time to reset the 30. And nice job by Ben McIntosh to put that one on target. Here's Gillespie. Dinsdale shoots, and that was picked off by John Harnett. Nobody really knew where the ball was. And Harnett bounced it to Yeager. Nice defense there from John Harnett. Now Wardle. Wardle one-on-one with Tommy Newton. Gives off to Small. Now far side Reese Dutch. Strong right, strong left, sorry, for Victoria. Wardle shoots. Belly pad saved by Chiliano. As Wardle was trying to get it to that far side like he did on his goal in the first period. There's Hammer Jackson. Mallory. Mallory takes shot, scores. Northway just not playing solid defense there on that goal. You got to come out with a better stick on hands or put a body on him. And we are tied as Mallory has scored back-to-back goals for the Burrards. They call that the flamingo in some areas. As Mallory puts that one around a one-footed, one-armed Taylor Northway. And the tightness of this game continues. It's all square with 10.5 to go. Here comes Ben McIntosh.
Maple Ridge goal, second goal of the game for number 8, Mike
Mallory. Thought about shooting from the exact same spot.
And number 44.
Inside scores! Tommy Johnson and the Burrards have their first lead of the game as Johnson gets his first tonight. It might even be in his first shot of the night. And a nice pick and roll there, and Johnson goes short side, top corner. And here comes Cody Hagedorn to give Aaron Bold a bit of a breather. As that's 3 straight here for Maple Ridge. And they have a 9-8 lead. Check that, that's 4 straight for Maple Ridge. 10-10 remaining here in the third. Let's see how long Aaron Bold stays on the bench. Jackson wins the draw to Garrett McIntosh.
Maple Ridge goal, that's his second
Colton
goal of the game,
Porter has it.
Number 9, Ben McIntosh. Assist number 26.
They
Dan
credit the
Taylor.
goal to Ben
And number
McIntosh,
15,
but it was
Tom
actually
Johnson.
scored by Tom Johnson.
Scoring play 9:50. McIntosh is second of the night from Taylor And Johnson at 950.
Here is Johnson. Inside feed. Gillespie all alone. Shoots and scores! It's a 5-goal run for Maple Ridge. And they have a 2-goal lead. And back in comes Aaron Bold. Great pick and roll between Johnson and Gillespie. And Gillespie gets his second of the night. And it was 8-6 Victoria. Sorry, 8-5 Victoria. And it's 5 straight. Could it be 6? Here's Owen Barker. He doesn't force the shot, but he turns away from trouble. And then the Shamrocks just let him free.
That's his second goal of the game.
And he's able to pass to Zach Porter.
Gillespie. Assist number 15, Tom Johnson. And number 17, Matthew Dinsdale. Time of that scoring play, 10-18. Gillespie, his second of the night.
Here come the Burrards again.
Johnson and Dinsdale.
Pick and roll. That's worked 3 times in a row. This time, Aaron Bowl able to make the save. And here comes Ethan Garland. He'll give off to Wardle. 9 minutes to play here in the third. Burrards lead by 2. They hadn't led all game. Here's Triolo. Swim move. Triolo flips to Wardle and takes a shot and didn't get it on target. Ball's loose. Triolo bumps his man. Here comes Tom Newton on a break. Newton shoots, trying to go 5-hole, and Bold makes the save. This has been a frantic, fast-paced game, as we expected. And here comes the Shamrocks. Wardle to Jackson. Late man is Small. Jackson. And a moving pick called on Chris Wardle. And here come the Porter brothers. This is Zach up with Jeff Cornwall. But he opts not to force it, and he'll give off to Mallory.
Happy birthday tonight to Elliot in section B.
Mallory, picked up by Priolo. Gets a pick from Dinsdale. Mallory shoots. That one goes wide. Ball's loose. Mallory gets his own rebound. Johnson. Dixon shoots. Save there by Bold. Priolo with the rebound. Nobody up the floor for him to pass to. And so he'll go back into his own zone and leave off for Corey Small. Small to Dutch. Thought about it. Gives back to Small. Gets a pick there from Wardle. Small tried to find Dutch on the backside. Picked up there by Fagan. Got to get a shot off. He does. And Wardle's going to have to try and track this one down. Can he come away with it? He does. Nice job there by Wardle. And then Caudron reaches the left hand out and pulls Wardle down. And the Shamrocks will go 6-on-5, trying to make it a 1-goal game. Jackson skips it to Dutch. Pump fake, Small. Dutch. 5 on the shot clock. Jackson. Down low. Wardle, one-timer saved there by Chiliano. And the Shamrocks will head to the power play.
This evening's 50-50 draw. Good luck. Check your tickets. Tonight's jackpot. $1,516.
2 for 5 on the night.
That's $1,516.
And a chance here
to
get back to within one.
$1,500
in the 50-50 tonight.
801-665-81. $1,516. Congratulations.
Wardle, Jackson, Small, Dutch, Triolo. Here is Wardle to Jackson. Bobbles it, gets it right back. Twister feed to Small. He shoots, try to go low to high. That hit Chiliano's shoulder and out of play. Reset to 30. Dutch, Triolo behind the net to Wardle. To Dutch, to Jackson. Has time and room and took too many fakes and put that one wide. But Small's able to get the rebound. 15 on the shot clock. Dutch. He'll shoot. That one missed. Almost got his own rebound, though. It's picked up there by Zach Porter. Zach Porter's going to go for a run. Porter, great dive there from Casey Jackson to break up the shot by Colton Porter. Nice job by Casey Jackson. Now Wardle has it. Fagan comes out, so Reese Dutch will set up the power play. 10 on the shot clock. Fagan bobbled it. Loose ball picked up by Cornwall. He's going to go for a run. All the way on a break. Cornwall all alone. Shoots! Shoulder saved by Bold. He was out early, knew where Cornwall was going. Now Priolo able to pick up that loose ball. Watched there by Porter. Triolo, 30 seconds remaining on the penalty to Caudron. 5:12 remaining in the period. Small to Dutch. Shoot, try to go 5-0. Rebound to Small. Kicked aside by Shiliano, and Dutch is able to get his own rebound. 8 on the shot clock. Fagan. Shoot, scores! Josh Fagan with overhand rip bouncer. Past Shiliano. It's a power play goal. And the Shamrocks are back to within 1. Fagan's 5th of the year. Shiliano was stepping out, but just mistimed it a little bit. Fagan's 5th of the year makes it a 1-goal game. 10-9 Maple Ridge, 4:56 remaining. Hammer Jackson wins it, goes back into his own zone. There's Colton Porter.
23, Josh Fagan.
Porter.
Assist on play number 10, Reese Dutch. Time out scoring play, 15:04.
Dutch with the lone assist. There's Ben McIntosh. Tries to get underneath Archdeacon. 5 on the shot clock. Taylor. Step back shot saved by Bold. Loose ball picked up by Burns. And a nice job by the Shamrock defense to box out. And now Bold pushes Gillespie off Harnett. Shamrocks have numbers here if they want it. Small, bad pass. And the Burrards have it on a break. Here's Jake Gillespie with blazing speed. Gillespie shoots and puts it wide. I didn't think Jake Gillespie, just by looking at him, had that kind of breakaway speed. And they're going to call too many men on Victoria. That was called by the trail official, so Cody Nass will come across to the box. And the Burrards will head to their 9th power play of the night. They're 2 for 8 on the evening. And we'll get our first mop of the game with 4 minutes to play in the 3rd period. The Maple Ridge Burrards will hit the road right after this game and head up island as they'll take on the Nanaimo Timmermen tomorrow night at Frank Crane, 6 p.m. face-off. And if you're on the mainland, great game at the Palace on Poirier as the Burnaby Lakers will visit the Coquitlam Adanac, 7 p.m. face-off. And then the Teemen will play their 2nd game of the weekend at home against the New Westminster Sandbelly, 7 o'clock face-off at the Frank Crane. Victoria next in action Tuesday when these two same teams will play the 3rd game of the season series from Cam Neely Planet Ice. Here's Dinsdale. Mallory. Pump fake, takes a shot, saved there by Aaron Bolt. Nice pickup there by Greg Harnett. The outlets to Priolo. Priolo to Triolo. Got an eye on it late. Swim move. Works past Colton Porter. And he has it on the far side board. Shamrocks would love a short-handed goal. Triolo. Oh, and he pass gets picked off there by Cornwall. Ball's loose. Dutch battling for it. Sloppy play there from Triolo. And when you're down by a goal late in the game, it's plays like that that really drive coaches crazy. Mallory. Now top center Dinsdale. Diagonal feed Johnson. Taylor. Dinsdale. Through a screen. That one missed. and they reset the 30. That didn't look like it hit the net, but anyways. Dinsdale, Taylor, back to Dinsdale. Inside feed, McIntosh, that pass was over top of his head, and it falls right to Aaron Bold. Long outlet to Priolo. Like a good NFL receiver, he worked his way back to the ball, and he gives off to Triolo. 20 seconds remaining on the penalty to Cody Nass, who serves the bench minor. Triolo to Wardle. Shutout to Jack and Asher, watching back at home. There's Jackson as Nass is free. We're back to 5-a-side with 2 minutes to go in the contest. Jackson, Wardle trying to set a pick. Finds Triolo, takes a shot that never made its way on target. 15 on the shot clock. Nass battling in the corner. What are they going to call here? Interference on Maple Ridge. Reset the 30. Here's Wardle. Dutch. And that's an easy moving pick called on Triolo. And it's picked up there by Zach Porter. Zach Porter gives off to Dan Taylor. Heavy up floor pressure here from the Shamrocks. But Dinsdale has it back in the offensive zone. Minute 15 remaining. Dinsdale watched by Greg Harnett. Dinsdale to Taylor. Watched there by Priolo, backhand feed. McIntosh rings it off the post, and it's going to ricochet all the way down to Chiliano.
1 minute. Last minute to play in the third period.
And Chiliano just wisely going to sit on it, kill as much time as he can. Now here's Mallory. Late man onto the floor. Dixon. 15 on the shot clock. Dixon runs past the check of Ben McCullough. Bold comes out for a little six-man defense. Ball's loose. Picked up there by Burns. The Shamrocks will call timeout. They'll have last possession and a chance to tie things up.
Casino Night brought to you by View Royal Casino. 1 week from tonight, next home game for the Rocks here at the Q Center in the Nanaimo Timberman.
Shamrocks didn't get a very good shot, 6 on 5 to end the second. Let's see what they can do here at the end of the third with an opportunity to tie it and send this game to overtime. The last time the Shamrocks were here at the Q Center, they scored 2 goals late in the game to force overtime with New Westminster before those two teams tied 12-12 in the extra frame. And we're just 29 or so seconds in a 1 Shamrock goal away from overtime. So let's set the scene. Shots 40-36 Maple Ridge, 28 seconds to go in the contest. Ridge leads by 1. Dutch. Small. Shamrocks looking like they might try to go quick. Outside shot by Small. Hit a body. Ball's loose. Porter had it. Gets batted all the way down to Dutch. 10 seconds remaining. Dutch shoots it. Saved by Chiliano. Ball's loose. Bounces off the glass. And Cornwall has it. Fires for the empty net. And the Maple Ridge Burrards will come back and win this game 10-9.